Globally, more than 200 coronavirus vaccines are at various stages of development. About 10 are in phase 3 trials, meaning they're being tested on a large number of people in different regions and countries. Both the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines use a new method involving mRNA. It involves injecting a tiny amount of the virus's genetic code, which trains a person's immune system to fight the Covid-19 virus if they come into contact with it. One of the major differences between the two is that the Pfizer vaccine, which is given in 2 doses 3 weeks apart, has to be stored at minus 70 degrees Celsius, whereas the Moderna vaccine, given in 2 doses 4 weeks apart, can be stored at minus 20 degrees Celsius. No mRNA vaccine has ever been approved for use in humans. The vaccine collaboration between AstraZeneca and Oxford University is based on a more traditional method, by using a common cold virus from chimpanzees, modified to carry the Covid-19 genetic information and to prevent infection in humans. It causes the immune system to produce Covid-19 antibodies. This approach has been used to create effective vaccines for diseases including Ebola and flu. It is given in 2 doses and can be stored in a standard fridge. The Sputnik vaccine is named after the Soviet-era satellite that triggered the space race and is designed to prompt an immune system response after 2 doses given 21 days apart. Similar in design to the AstraZeneca-Oxford vaccine, it uses 2 viral vectors, essentially the means to deliver genetic material into cells that normally cause the common cold, and carries the genetic code of Covid-19. So how do the vaccines compare so far? Moderna and Pfizer have both recorded efficacy protection rates of 95% during trials, with Sputnik 92% efficient and the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine up to 90% effective. All still have to be formally approved by regulators for widespread use.
So based on the current progress is being made, by mid-December, we would have 2 or 3 of these vaccines approved, which means that the scalability will be the next thing. And as we always been saying, that most of these vaccine producers, pharmaceuticals, they've been working day and night to produce the vaccine to at least be utilized in the emergency places, for example, in frontline health workers and in the care homes or people with certain vulnerabilities. So therefore, what I am anticipating is that by the end of December, early January, the emergency usage of these 3 vaccines would become reality, and then first quarter of 2021 will be the time when you and me will start thinking about getting these vaccines.
But as infection rates continue to spike around the world and vaccines are approved, how long will it take for the pandemic to end?
We have to immunize at least 70% of the population, and given that most of these vaccines have 2 doses, we are talking about 11 billion doses to be distributed throughout the world in every corner, with a lot of challenges. There are countries which are politically unstable, there are countries which are hard to reach, there are other issues that need to be tackled before we can really look onto the extreme positive impact of these vaccines onto ending this pandemic. Just putting into the perspective, we have a very excellent vaccine against measles virus, against polio viruses, but just because of the distribution challenges, those are not yet been delivered to the corner of the world where it need to be declared as eradicated, and primarily because there are logistic challenges, managerial challenges, and sometimes very political challenges. So therefore, I am thinking that what happened is that the biggest challenge after the availability of the vaccine would be to take it to the scale where it is needed to really see the impact of the vaccine to curtail the pandemics.
The challenge of developing a Covid-19 vaccine may be drawing to a close, but what remains to be seen is how long immunity will last. Lockdowns and other restrictions put in place by governments aim to prevent more people from becoming infected and dying. But scientists say successful vaccines will ultimately be the key to helping end the pandemic.